Do okay, we were talking about chivalry, who pays. You think men should be chivalrous in all instances, even with non-traditional women, correct?
Look, if that's how they want to treat someone, if they want to have a relationship with someone, they should treat them with respect, kindness, and try to go the extra mile if they're really interested in pursuing a relationship.
Okay.
It doesn't really matter if the woman's traditional or not.
Okay, but let me ask you a question. Do you think non-traditional women are right for desiring traditional treatment from men? Is that fair?
Sure.
So you're fine with that?
Women can have whatever standards they want to have for their own dating. Yeah, I mean, if they're not finding anyone to live up to that standard, maybe they need to reassess. But I think that initially, if a woman decides she doesn't want to go out with a guy who will make her pay 50%, she's entitled to have that opinion. If a guy doesn't want to pay the 100% because she's not traditional enough, that's his take. He doesn't have to pay for her.
Well, I'm not really interested in having a conversation of should people be allowed to have these preferences. For example, I am allowed to have a preference that I only want to date a 20-year-old woman with double D's and a big fat ass and who's a virgin and who's a billionaire heiress. And I'm allowed to want that,
Sure.
But is it realistic? Can I get that?
You can change your expectations a bit if you're not finding your dream woman.
Right. So, but how about this? So I'm a guy who's slept with a ton of women, and I've been promiscuous, and I'm not saying this is the case. I'm just painting a hypothetical here.
Yeah.
I've been promiscuous, and I want to date a virgin. But I don't want to pay for first dates. But I want like a woman who's super submissive, who's a virgin, who's beautiful, who's feminine. But I don't want to pay for first dates. I don't want to be traditional. But I still want her. Is that like realistic?
If you can find it and go for it.
Not the question.
I don't know if it's super realistic, but I think it happens, and if that's how you want to live your life, then you can.
Now, is it a good deal for the girl to date me?
It's up to her to decide, but generally speaking,
think?
I don't think so.
You don't think so?
I don't think
so. Then is it a good deal for a traditional man to date and provide and be chivalrous and be traditional with a non-traditional woman? Is it a good deal for him? Yes or no?
If he's really interested in her.
I just need a yes or no.
I guess not.
Okay, so then should non-traditional women expect or demand traditional treatment?
Like I said, I think everyone's entitled to have the standards that they have for dating.
Okay. Then I am entitled, or let's say this hypothetical man who's promiscuous, non-traditional, wants to date multiple women at the same time, and doesn't want to pay for first dates, doesn't want to do anything traditional. He wants like a traditional, virgin, submissive, feminine woman. He should, it's okay for him to want that, right?
Yeah, you can have whatever you want. Is it realistic? Probably not. But at the same time, who are we to say you should completely change your ideals on what you want in a partner just because of maybe your past?
Okay.
Like maybe he's changed.
Alvin Sam donated $100. Why should a woman be called high status when her husband works long hours and demanding jobs so she can have an easier, comfortable life? You make zero logical sense. FFS.
Alvin Sam, good to see you back in the chat, man. I feel like we haven't seen you too much recently. Really appreciate your TTS. Thank you, man. Why should women be called high status when her husband? That's a good question. I guess to move things on, it's interesting to me, like, so what kind of woman do you think is deserving of chivalrous treatment?
Any woman who wants it.
But don't you think it would be... Did Andrew say there's no such thing as a high-value woman? I don't know, man. I'd pay for a couple hundred first dates with Madison and feed Uncle Andrew's ass too. Okay. Thank you, Zah Ross. Pay for a couple hundred first dates?
I literally didn't say that. I didn't say there's no such thing as a high-value woman. Totally made up.
Do you think that non-traditional women are, I kind of already asked, are deserving of traditional treatment?
If by traditional treatment, like respect and cared for, yes.
You can still respect a girl and care about her and not pay for the first date and like open the car door and do all that shit.
I think
you can.
I think it's how she views it.
Okay. What was the thing you said before the TTS came in? I wanted to touch back on that. Do you recall?
I don't think so.
That's fine. So my view is when it comes to chivalry, who is deserving of chivalry, right? Ladies. If you want gentlemanly treatment, shouldn't you be a lady, right, as a woman? That seems fair, right?
Sure, but life isn't always fair.
Sure, but okay. I don't even know how to tackle this.
I mean, it just seems
Wait,
like
hold on. Let me just, okay. So my view is then, my position would be, you used to do sex work.
Okay.
My position, if your position is men should pay for women, my position is any woman who has done sex work or does sex work, sorry, Mia, should be barred from receiving chivalrous treatment.
Barred?
You're more than welcome, Daniel. Thank you for being a supporter of the content.
You're not muted.
Oh, sorry. Sorry, bro.
It's okay.
sorry.
Yes, women, they should be
Who is
barred.
making this law?
I'm making the law.
Nope.
Under I'm going to do a coup d'etat. Manted Man, thank you for the gifted 20. I'm going to do a coup d'etat of the government, and I'm going to pass a law that if you either are or were a sex worker, no man should ever have to pay for a first date with you. Because only ladies, here's my standard, here's the male standard, only ladies deserve chivalrous, gentlemanly treatment. I'm not saying you can treat her well. Doesn't mean you have to call her names, treat her poorly. But when it comes to the expected gender roles, you have failed at your expected gender role as a woman by engaging in sex work. Sorry, Mia.
I'm good.
And so you have abandoned, what's the term? You have not abandoned.
Disregarded.
No, there's another word. Give me more synonyms.
Gave up.
More synonyms. Abandoned.
Neglected. Terminated.
You have.
Fucked up.
Fuck. I gotta Google abandoned synonyms. Hold on.
Okay.
Just
Deserted.
ruined your chances.
Forsaken. Rejected. Dumped. Ditched.
Forsaken. That's a good
reckless.
one.
Neglected. You have deserted. Abandoned. You have abandoned.
Oh
Fuck it,
God!
I'm
Let's go to the first word.
Back to abandoned.
Keep it.
You have abandoned.
Keep your law.
You have abandoned. Your sort of what you should have brought to the table.
Oh,
which
I
is
didn't know I did that.
I'm just saying, I don't think you pay for a first date for a woman who's not a lady. Now, here's the difference that I'll actually grant, though. I can say this. You'll still have guys who are going to still, because they know it's the most effective dating strategy as a man to just pay for the first date.
Psycho donated $100. Mia Honey, oh no. Why you
sorry.
have to do the dirty work? Forever barred. from
Forever
Chivalry
barred.
304.
Scarlet letter.
Damn. I really do have the scarlet letter.
Scarlet letter.
Okay.
Here's the thing, and I'll admit this. Men are still, even if you've done gang bangs and like crazy shit, you got 100+ body count, these simps out here are still gonna simp. Simp's gonna fucking simp. They're gonna pay for your shit. They're gonna trick. They're gonna be fucking, I don't know what the term, trick, marks, whatever the fuck. They're still gonna pay for your shit. They're gonna pay for dates. They're gonna, it's kind of like cucking. They're cucks. They're cucks.
That's not exactly the definition of that.
Whatever. Anyways, look, all I'm saying is, I'm just saying what I think should be.
It's not. It's not reality. You're not living in reality.
Unfortunately, it's not. Yeah, these women who are essentially prostitutes. And
It's not. That's not what you're trading. when a woman normally goes on a date, she's not trading her body as if she were in SW.
That's not what I'm
She's trading
saying.
the opportunity
That's
to
not what
get
I'm
to
saying.
know her and her time.
But okay, but so don't you as the woman get the same exact thing? I get your time and attention. You get my time and attention.
It holds different value for men and women.
Actually, I actually disagree. I think women care far more about attention than men do. So
Okay.
I actually think that our attention to you is more valuable.
I wouldn't agree. Because, like you said, there's a lot of guys out there who want female attention and they're willing to take them out on nice first dates and provide for them and pay because they want the female attention.
I don't
they
think
don't
men
get it.
want attention.
I think they crave like.
They do. They want
Affection.
attention.
I think she's saying
No,
because
but,
they don't
but see,
experience
here's the
it
thing.
as often.
So, like, so women, for example, will go to a nightclub and they'll want the attention of men, even if they have no romantic interest in the man. Like, if you go to the club and a guy approaches you, you might even be angling to just immediately reject him, but you'll still enjoy that attention. First off, it's not clear to me if there's a corresponding thing in men where men are like seeking to like, I just want to go out and have a bunch of women hit on me and turn them down. That doesn't exist. It doesn't happen.
I would agree. It wouldn't make much sense.
Women care far more about attention than men do. We want something
Depends on
different
what kind of
than
attention.
It's like validation.
Yeah. I think
No,
both.
we-
I
we
think
actually-
both want validation.
No, we actually genuinely want your romantic interest, but that's different than attention.
Recognition? That's
That-
something
that is-
validation for like men want that too.
They
like
want- they want-
validation that somebody enjoys our company,
They want more of a
validation.
personable validation.